So what I'm going to say will probably shock you because everything I've been talking about has been the opposite of that. Do you think you need a gym membership or go to the gym to be able to live a longer life or live to 100? Spoiler alert here is that a lot of the longest lived people haven't even heard of a treadmill, let alone go into a gym. And I want to dive in today to a few of the secrets about that healthy living and how these people have been able to live close to 100, if not more. Welcome back, everybody. And the other day I was watching a documentary called Live to 100: Secrets of the Blue Zones. It's on Netflix if you want to go see it. It's a very interesting one. It's very inspirational as well. But I found it interesting for a number of reasons. Now, just to give you some context, in early 2000, a guy called Dan Buettner collaborated with National Geographic to reverse engineer the formula for longevity. So he scoured the globe for years in pursuit of places where people live longer than the average person. And the concept of blue zones came to fruition. To date, the expedition unveiled places like Okinawa in Japan, Sardinia in Italy, Icaria in Greece, Nicoya in Costa Rica, and Loma Linda in California. These were the blue zones that he was talking about and had the highest rates of living in the world. These are known as centenarians. But what caught my attention with these was the fact that none of these people in these areas actually go to a gym or lift weights. They don't follow fad diets or are on specific diets, and definitely don't insist on doing 200 minutes of zone 2 cardio. Or do they? So in places like Okinawa and Sardinia, living past 100 is surprisingly not a rare achievement. It's actually expected of most people. But what's the secret? The reality is that the way their lives are designed is that they're always and constantly moving. From gardening to walking to most places that they need to get to, their lives are a masterclass in natural movement. So what we're actually designed to do. Although they might not specifically go to the gym or grab heavy weights and do reps and set, they are active and they are moving all the time with purpose. If you watch it, you'll notice that they are actively doing a lot of things. They're carrying heavy things, they're moving them, they're shifting them, they're staying active, they're walking up hills, they're walking upstairs, they're always active. They're moving. Their body is doing what it was designed to do from day one, is move. The thing is, I was trying to find the commonality between all these areas. And within the documentary, they were talking about the diet and specific foods and the way they live, their life, their responsibilities. And honestly, I think it's a lot simpler than that. I think it boils down to that they have purpose in their life, which means they are always moving and staying engaged. When they have purpose, when they have something to do, that means they're going to be moving. When they move, it means they're going to be able to stay active. Most cultures force older people to be inactive for fear of them maybe hurting themselves, falling over, and it's more convenient. When you have a parent that is not able to go around anywhere, then you don't have to spend time moving them or taking care of them in those instances. But if you think about it, if you stop moving, you lose purpose and you lose ability. It's the beginning of the end mentally and physically. The thing is, and this is what I believe in more and more at this point, is that giving the older generation purpose to live changes a lot of things. It gives them a reason to get up and move. Think about it. If you have no purpose in your life, then getting out of bed or getting out of the couch from watching TV becomes pointless. It gives them excitement to be a productive part of society. Once that is established, they move more. And with the movement, they keep their muscles and cardio system active. Yes, maybe they don't do zone 2, but keep in mind that they're staying active most of the day. They're in the sunlight, they're moving, they're going upstairs, downstairs, they're moving heavy things. That means if they're staying active, their cognitive ability is still active, then there's less chance of them getting sick and less chance of them falling and hurting themselves. It's a beautiful cycle that we've lost, unfortunately. Why do you think most older people are miserable? The reality is, and this is what I really believe, and this is my opinion, is that there is no purpose within their life. Now, it's a tough pill to swallow, but 90% of us today have sedentary jobs. A far cry from just a century ago when only 10% did. But don't lose heart. Integrating movements into our lives is simpler or more simpler than most people think. And it just takes a bit of redesigning of your life to be able to become a lot more active. And if you become a lot more active, that means your quality of life is going to go up. Now, I do believe more and more that activity or staying active is the key to longevity. Walking or biking to work, the store, or just around the block not only spares you the dread of the daily commute, but also provides a bundle of health benefits. And I think a lot of people don't realize this. Movement, and maybe walking specifically, is probably the unsung hero of longevity. Just 6 hours a week can dramatically lower your risk of major diseases. And you might think this is silly, but a lot of people that are sedentary or don't move at all, just walking around for half an hour a day makes a huge difference on their health. The thing is, you've got to find what works for you. And if long walks aren't things that you enjoy, then maybe even break it up into mini walk. But the reality is that if you don't move, you're going to see your health as you age decline rapidly. If you start now and you start to develop movement and design your life around it, then it's going to become a lot easier as you get older. Even just getting up and stretching when you're working for long hours, or taking a call as you're walking or going up the stairs, or just stepping outside for a breath of fresh air or getting some sunlight, all of those little things start to add up over time. And the more you do that, the better things will get for you. Even parking 10 minutes away from where you're supposed to go and walking there is going to add a lot of value to your life. Or taking the stairs, or using the stairs to get a workout in. You can take 2 stairs at a time, which will start to get your legs to move. And these small things, although might seem silly, but you're going from doing nothing, or even from negative doing nothing, to doing something. So that's going to add some value into your life. So the blueprint for a long and vibrant life, in my opinion, and through the experiences that I've gone through, don't necessarily or have to include a gym. We unfortunately have to go to the gym sometimes because our lifestyle dictate that that's the only place we can stay active, and that's great. Doing some weights and doing some cardio is obviously going to add a lot of value into your life. But don't feel that I hate gyms, then that means I'm not going to move. No, doing gardening or getting outside for the walk, like I've said, does add a lot of value, but you've got to find what you can do and sustain that for the rest of your life. And most of the people watching this are probably still at the age where they're able to move. But once you've lost that ability to move for whatever reason, you're going to regret the day that you didn't take that choice of moving. And move as much as you can. So go watch that documentary and use them as inspiration for you to stay active and go back to basics. And although there's a lot of other things that probably contribute to their good health, including their diet and what they eat and unprocessed things, but I really believe the bottom line is that they've kept it as simple and as meaningful as possible. And moving and being part of a community and having purpose in their life adds a lot of value to their lives. So find something that you enjoy doing and you can do it for the rest of your life, because you're going to thank yourself once you're 80 years old that you picked up this habit and sustained it. So if you felt inspired to ditch the gym, although that's not what I want you to do, I do want you to find something that inspires you and you can do nearly every single day. I'm going to say this again. Don't hit that like button. Maybe that'll change people's thoughts. Don't share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget not to subscribe. But do remember this, that the path to longevity is paved with the steps you take. Not the weights you lift, but the steps that you take. If you do want to join the gym and feel lost, you can always grab my 12-week program. That's a comprehensive program, and will give you videos and directions to follow. And it's down in the link below. To get a bit cheesy with you guys, move like you mean it, live like you love it. And here's to moving naturally, enjoying every step of the journey to a long and vibrant life. Until the next video, guys, enjoy your week, enjoy the weather if you can, get outside as much as you can, and enjoy the life, because it's not always going to be like this. See you later.